This credit card idea deserves to be shredded. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. Several members of Congress are pushing a misnamed bill called the Credit Card Competition Act. The purpose of the legislation is to force lower fees that merchants pay to banks and credit card networks to use their credit cards. The fees usually range from 2 to 3%. Consumers thus pay higher prices to cover the charges. Advocates say government intervention is needed because of the monopolistic power of Visa and MasterCard. They claim that so-called swipe fees would plunge if the grip of these two behemoths was challenged by real competition. The actual purpose is a power play by giant retailers and other merchants to have the government get them what they would believe would be windfalls of tens of billions of dollars at the expense of banks and credit card concerns. The monopoly, or in this case duopoly, charge doesn't hold. American Express is a contender. Discover is also a player. Thanks to technology, more and more people are using PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle instead of traditional credit cards. Gas stations, supermarkets, and other sellers are creating their own payment apps. One telling fact that blows up the myth that Visa and MasterCard are charging exorbitant fees is that fees of competitors aren't much different. If the charges of Visa and MasterCard were artificially high, others would swoop in and take market share with lower fees, but that hasn't been happening. The average Venmo charge, for instance, is almost 2%. The bill's boosters say it would increase competition by forcing the Federal Reserve to enact a rule that large bank card issuers put at least 2 credit card networks on their cards, and they couldn't both use Visa and MasterCard. Now, the theory is that a second network would charge a lower fee to entice the merchant to use it. This, in turn, would force Visa or MasterCard to cut fees to remain competitive. Convoluted? Indeed it is. More to the point, it would give millions of users who fancy their credit card rewards a nasty surprise. Banks like to lure customers by providing users seductive rewards and other perks for using their cards. But under this bill, the merchant can choose an alternative network than the one you want to use. Sort of like ordering one brand of beer and then being served another and told there's nothing you can do about it, that it is up to the restaurant what you get. Talk about consumer unfriendliness. Now ponder that for a moment. You sign up for a card because you like the goodies it offers, like, say, generous cashbacks. Then you discover you can't get them. Could this bill pass? The recent headline-making collapse of several sizable banks may create an environment, in the name of zapping big unpopular financial institutions, where something like this could be slipped through. It shouldn't happen. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.